Okay, this is running. I think. Check. You say something?
Check.
Should be alright.
Yeah.
Alright, let's fucking start this shit. Welcome back to Almost Aussie podcast. This is episode 20.
Hey.
We get in there. Alright, well...
Shit, we're 80 away from 100.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Should we fast forward it to 2 a week, or...?
No. So, I'll just start off with my little escapade into the writing journey that I took. You read the script, and you guys will probably see the script once I make the actual 30-second full feature-length film. So, basically, the start of the week, I kind of went back to my roots, plugged in the old brick hard drive, checked out all the scripts that I wrote back then, and some of them were it actually made me feel excited.
Cannibal Galactica.
That was, it's still so good.
I've told a couple people
one day,
bits and pieces about it,
One day I need to continue this. But yeah, dude, I read it and I was like, oh my God, I really want to know what happens next. But it's the fear of just going back into it and trying to channel that mindset and recreate and figure out where I want to go with it. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, so I looked at all the stuff and then I was like, yeah, all right, I'm going to try and write something. And I sat for probably 4 hours in the evening with just a blank screen, typed something, deleted it, typed something, deleted it. Nothing was coming out. I'm like, fuck. So this script is more like a horror movie kind of thing. It has to be scary, intense, dark. So I figured, I need to do with all the great actors and writers and artists do. You have to put yourself into mindset. So I got a bottle of wine, bought a pack of cigarettes, started smoking, drinking, put on sad music, tried to depress myself, right? And then I sat down and wrote it and started writing. I took cigarette breaks and started writing, and then it came out with that, and which wasn't too bad. I feel like I kind of channeled a decent writer with that, and so
just like Hunter S. Thompson would have.
Yeah. Or
Get lit, write cool shit.
Yeah, basically. And that's basically what happened back then when I was writing. We weren't sober. Anyway, so it went well. I got maybe half of it, maybe a third of it done. And that's what I've shown you and some other people. And then today in the morning, I was like, all right, I've got to get back in it. Grab a large coffee, couple of cigarettes. I started listening to depressed music and started to really reach deep to kind of really, really make me feel sad and angry and stuff. And then I haven't eaten since afternoon the previous day, and I haven't had breakfast. And I had 2 cigarettes in a row and a large coffee, killed it. Started being all depressed and shit, and I all of a sudden fuck, I'm having a panic attack.
I'm too in the mood.
Dude, it was started coming on. I'm like, oh shit, fuck, this is so bad.
Too much coffee, having a heart attack.
Oh my God. It's everything just compounded so quickly. I'm okay, I need food. I need to relax. I need to go have a shower. I need to drink water. So I lied in bed, watch funny videos on YouTube. My nervous system settled down by this was 9:40 a.m. My nervous system settled down. I felt normal again by, I think it was 2:30 in the afternoon, 3:30 in the afternoon. 0 writing was done. It's just, there's a real art to kind of preparing yourself for something. Because if I had eaten, if I had made the proper preparations, hydrated myself and everything, and then started to work towards this kind of vibe. Yeah, I probably would have handled it better, but that was awkward. That was completely...
It's you tried to run, but you tripped over and fell on your face.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So that was my morning.
Sounds like a lot of my mornings. Yeah. I usually don't give myself enough time between waking up and getting to work. Usually it's 30 minutes before but it's just 30 minutes between waking up and I don't even know if it's 30 minutes a lot of the time. Sometimes
just hop straight into the computer.
I just wake up to a phone call and I'm like, fuck, it's 11.
You wake up at 11.
Yeah. not every day. Not every day.
No
but
wonder.
like,
Yeah.
my sleeping pattern is like, what are we at? It's maybe I get to bed between 1 and 3 a.m. Wake up between 9 and 11.
1, not that bad. 3, kind of bad.
Very bad, yeah, because that's close to sunrise. Like, anything past 3...
Close to sunrise is at like 6:30, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like 3 hours away from sunrise. Yeah. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, the older you get, the weirder it gets to be up until sunrise.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. Once I see the sun coming up, I have a real panic attack.
Yeah. Right. It's like, oh fuck,
I've done it.
Yeah.
My day is fucked, which means tomorrow's fucked, and my week's a write-off now.
And I like how like sometimes you still feel good by sunrise and like, I can do this, and then like 9 a.m. hits and you're tired as shit. Yeah. And you're like, I can't do this.
Yeah, done.
Fuck it. I give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get that right, because fuck, man, having panic attacks in the morning is not the way to.
No, it's very unhealthy. Yeah. Very unhealthy.
Yeah. I was thinking about the amount of stress my body gets every day I wake up, and I was like, shit.
Anyway, we'll postpone self-growth for another time.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's always tomorrow.
So, Richard Branson
didn't actually go to space.
Of course he didn't.
What did you say? He did or didn't?
No, well, yeah, no, I'm not playing along to that.
No, do you see how like even the bike ride there was faked and everything? And
what?
You know, he said he rode his bike to the launch site.
Oh,
it's like a video of him riding a bike to a launch site, but that was faked. He didn't actually do that.
Are you fucking with me? Or
No, seriously. Seriously. He didn't actually ride his bike to the launch site like it showed in the video.
Oh.
Apparently it showed him like riding a bike to the launch site or something like that, but that was pre-recorded, and you know, he actually took a car and did it like a normal person would. It wasn't like riding a bike to a spaceship. Like that would be fucking hilarious. Oh, got a skull.
Another time.
It would be absolutely hilarious, but I can see the irony in it. Riding a bike to a spaceship launch site.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Really cool idea.
So it was like a little skit that they put together.
Apparently. I haven't seen it myself, but then plastered over the headlines the next day was Virgin Galactic admits Richard Branson didn't actually ride his bike to the launch site.
Oh no.
And I think even the launch itself was edited or wasn't even real, but like he did go up. And
why wouldn't the launch itself be real?
I'm not sure.
I think they're probably just reaching with that.
No, it's worth looking up because...
Is that mine or yours?
No, that was my laptop. Okay. 1 second.
Because that seems like... I mean, why would they fake the launch? That doesn't make much sense.
There were 2 parts that weren't... Let's see. I gotta go and turn that shit off, otherwise it's gonna keep beep, 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 beep.
No,
it was just the bike thing that's faked.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense if they fake the launch.
The launch itself.
That's like the easiest thing to film.
Right. Yeah, the what is it, the Carmen line or something, which is...
The Carmen line?
Yeah, did you hear about that? So there's like a debate as to whether Richard Branson actually went into space or not, because the globally acknowledged line for outer space is 100 kilometers in the air. So he only went 80.
Oh, okay. So the argument is that, like, was he actually in outer space if he's still in orbit of like the Earth's atmosphere?
It's what classes as outer space.
Fuck
and now the international, now writers and like space authors and journalists and stuff are kind of like asking the question, how do you define outer space? Or like, better yet, how do you define, what's the difference between someone who's like left the atmosphere and an astronaut? So what they're saying is the definition of an astronaut should be someone who's done a full orbit of Earth outside the atmosphere.
I feel like, for me personally, an astronaut is just someone who like works for like whose job it is to like go up there and do specific things. Yeah. Like, I mean, even if he did go or did not go to outer space, I wouldn't call him an astronaut. It's just he just flew to outer space. That's the whole fucking point of it, right? That you don't have to be an astronaut to go to outer space, you know? And that's fucking awesome, man. And them debating whether it's outer space or not, I think it's kind of like ridiculous. I feel like he went far enough to kind of like set a new marker to how human beings can travel from now on.
The only reason that there's a debate as to whether he actually went to outer space is because there's 2 other billionaires that are trying to be the first there as well. So when Richard Branson just like came from the back and just like ran to the front and just like, he's like, oh wait, shit, everyone's about to go to space. He's like, fuck, just finish this project quickly. Just like jump in, strap up, fingers crossed. I'm going to be number 1. And then, like, just after Jeff Bezos announced that he was going to be number 1, Richard Branson...
Look, to be fair, he's
been doing it longer.
Richard Branson has been in aviation field for his almost entire life, basically.
But Virgin Galactic, you have to remember, has been 20, 30 years in the making or something. He's been working on it since, like, 2000s, bro.
Wow, so he wasn't joking when he said it was his dream.
No, but what's happened, right, is... At some points, he'd like, you just hear nothing about it for years. And he just, like, I can't speculate on whether he was working in silence or just not working at all. They had a pilot or 2 pilots or something die on one of their test flights 10 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
So, like, the bits and, like, it's gone very radio silent for them at points in time. And then
it makes
suddenly
sense.
when like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are like, well, Jeff Bezos goes, I'm going to be the first in space. Richard Branson just like springs back to action and just like throws everything together quickly. And he's like, fuck you. This is my shit.
Yeah. No, cool. Hey, good on him, man. I love that. That's so cool.
So now Jeff Bezos is so salty. He's posted on Twitter. He's got an infographic comparison between Virgin Galactic and Blue Origin. And it's like, oh, dude, you should see it. It's so funny. It has like, it's like the type of fuel that it uses and how much environmental damage there is, like how far it actually goes up. It goes Virgin Galactic, 80 kilometers into the air. Blue Origin, 100 kilometers into the air. And it's just like actual outer space. So he's just like, no. He didn't go to space. I'm going to be the first one to actually go to space.
Man, fuck, Jeff Bezos is the last person that can talk about ethics. Did you know that like people that work for him at like the Amazon warehouses, first of all, they literally like, I don't know if it's in the contract, but it's very well known that they don't have any like upward trajectory in the business. Like people that he hires for management are completely different people that he hires to actually work there. And the people that work there, they're expected to quit after like, I think it was 1 to 3 years, maybe 1 year, because he reckons that because the stakes are so high and like what they have to perform, he hires them expecting a year because he pushes them so hard. So he says that like their efficiency drops after a year. He like incentivizes them to leave. Dude, they have to like piss in cups. They have to shit in like bags at their areas. It's fucking
some
crazy.
say those are just rumors.
No. They have talked to workers that do that.
Yeah, okay.
Like they have pretty much confirmed that. That's based on these 2 independent reporters that were on Joe Rogan's podcast. They really like took a deep dive into it. But yeah, it's not good. And especially their point was that if the Amazon warehouse is basically one of the only locations you can work at if you're in like a distant city or something or a distant village, not village, but like community that doesn't have many workplaces, then an Amazon warehouse will be setting the standards of how hard you work to pay ratio. So that means that other places can demand similar, like equal type of like work, because if you don't work at other places, you're gonna have to go work at the Amazon warehouse. So that's the big fear with like Amazon's insane fucking.
It's setting precedent.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you don't want to work there, you can't work with us, but you have to at least live up to similar expectations.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And they'd probably pay them the same too, which is jack shit.
Exactly.
Far out.
Yeah, so it's a bit wild. Like,
I think that I'm very against what Amazon does in terms of the way they treat their employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you fucking love the fast shipping, man. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
like,
good.
Amazon
oh
Prime, I order a book, it's here tomorrow, you know?
It's fucking wild. Yeah, it's sad, but, yeah.
Oh, it's
ethics,
efficient.
Man. Yeah.
Sacrificing ethics for efficiency. Yes!
Yeah, people are known to do that, aren't they?
Well, that's just part of being human, man.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's fucking wild. So anyway, the Galactic thing, was Virgin Galactic. They're doing a little like competition thing where you can buy the raffle, and then you have a chance. I put $5 down.
Fuck yeah!
Just why not?
Why not?
Just why not?
Yeah.
You know, like, just in case. Don't know. I'm not expecting anything.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
I've struck out on pokies, putting $5 in randomly a couple times this year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. So what, you know, and see, the most bullshit thing about this new types of raffles is that pay $5 for 50 entries, pay $10 for 100 entries, pay $25 for 250 entries.
Is he gonna find a way to like get us over there quarantine free, or what's the go? Is he gonna like fly Virgin Galactic over here so we can take off?
Cool. That'd be cool.
And then fly me to see my parents in America, and then fly me back. And
yeah, you know, that's actually like the future that they expect.
It's gonna be like 20-minute travel because
exactly, because the Earth is round.
Yeah,
that's why.
Imagine that.
That's why. But apparently, there was like if a stewardess or something works on like a galactic flight for like a couple like hours, like maybe like 5 to 7 hours, they will experience like 3 to 5 sunsets and sunrises.
Oh!
Imagine what that will do to your psyche, though. Like, humans weren't made to experience that. Like,
I don't know, crackheads, man.
Yeah, but bro, I don't want to go to space with a crackhead, man. What? He's just shooting out, pulls out the needle, and is just like coming back out.
Oh, no. He's just like trying to like push the drugs back into his veins.
Would that even work?
Up.
Could you even shoot up in outer space? Maybe like in fake gravity.
Yeah, artificial gravity.
Artificial gravity.
I was actually looking up the other day if people have had sex in outer space.
Oh.
Apparently they haven't. And
but
I want to be the first one to do it.
You won't be, sorry. I'm pretty sure it's either Brazzers or Pornhub that have a clause with one of the... I don't think it's with SpaceX. Maybe it's with NASA. I don't know. But they will be authorized. They'll be like the first authorized to shoot a sex scene in space.
That sounds like an Elon Musk thing.
No.
That sounds like a SpaceX thing.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And apparently, Tom Cruise has a clause in a contract with someone. I can't remember the shit, but... To
be the first person to do their own stunts in space for a movie?
Well, he's on the waiting list to be the first person to shoot a movie in space.
Yeah. And the thing is, Tom Cruise always does his own stunts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I want to see that shit, man.
Dude, the new Top Gun movie that's coming out. Top Gun... Well, it's technically Top Gun 2 because it carries on.
There's another one?
No, the first Top Gun.
Is there a Top Gun coming out?
Yeah,
Top Gun 2?
Like a new one, yeah. Yeah, so you've seen the original one, right? Okay. So in the new one, all the times...
Was that the Pearl Harbor one? No?
I don't think so. I don't remember Top Gun very well, but I don't think they had actual war in Top Gun. I think it was just like dogfighting and shit.
Okay, yeah.
And Pearl Harbor was like way before that.
Okay,
yeah. Maybe like 20 years before that or
something. I get the two mixed up.
Top Gun is only like, early 90s? Maybe late 80s?
Yeah.
And what am I saying?
Tom Cruise, Top Gun 2.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah. So basically, in the new Top Gun movie, all the shots of Tom Cruise in the cockpit taking off of aircraft carriers, flying into the air, he's actually doing it.
Yeah, man.
That's no special effects. Yeah. He's literally flying that fucking jet plane.
Yeah.
Like fighting. I mean, Obviously, there will be a second person behind him to just a train one to make sure everything's right. But he's like a trained pilot.
Yeah.
Like, he knows how to fly all that shit.
Tom Cruise will not let someone else do his stunts. That's the thing. Tom Cruise does all of his own stunts.
Yeah.
That's what blows me away. That's why I like Mission Impossible and stuff. Because like, people can say that thing's unrealistic, but it was actually done.
Did you know that the only two people that have their own personal, I think it's like, movie insurance that is completely different from any industry standards is Tom Cruise and Jackie Chan. Yeah, they're the only ones that like, I'm pretty sure their deals would be like if they get injured and they can't work for 3 months to 6 months, all the people on the project will get the full pay for those types of, because you have to.
Wow.
I mean, that's why studios don't.
Damn, that'd cost a lot.
That's why studios do not allow actors to do a lot of the stunts, because like if they get hurt.
Everyone's put out.
Exactly. And they can't, it's not their money that they're shooting with. It's all like investors, right?
Yeah.
When Tom Cruise was actually, when he heard that first, he was like, well, fuck, I guess I'm going to have to buy the Mission Impossible franchise. And like, so he did. And then he has his own like contracts and shit because he wanted to do his own stunts. Studios wouldn't let him, like, fuck you, I'm going to buy it. Like, it's so crazy.
That is good.
You know what else is crazy? Vin Diesel owns the Fast and Furious franchise.
Really?
And that's literally one of the biggest money-making franchises in the whole fucking world. Because fucking China loves it. China is just like over the top for him.
Huh.
So they make so much money off the Fast and Furious movies. That's why there's like 9 of them. They're already working on the 10th one.
Right. Oh, what did I see the other day? It was like... Oh, it was, yeah. It's like, if Fast and Furious 10 isn't named FAST 10 Furious, Fast 10 Furious, I will be very disappointed.
Fast 10 Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How good would that be?
That would be pretty cool.
Fast 10 Furious.
That would be pretty cool, yeah. Fuck, their storyline is so confusing though. In some movies, it's just like there's like The Rock and Vin Diesel.
Man, I thought I was gonna have to put aside some time to watch like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and all these things that I haven't watched through start to finish. But apparently, there's more Fast and Furiouses.
Way more. There's 10, there's 9, 10 of them.
Man.
There's like so many different ranges of actors, but in the same universe, they actually do correlate. Like, they kind of are in the same universe. Even though the movie styles differ so much.
Right.
Between, like, just racing and then stealing shit and racing and then, like, catching bad guys. And now you're fucking... There's this stunt.
Being the bad guy.
Being the bad guy. And it's always about family. Dude, the family memes are the best these days. Like, don't go out there. That's a T-Rex. T-Rex is strong, but family is stronger.
Oh no, man! I miss the old days of memes that were just like the original memes that were unique, and it wasn't just the same.
Like Bad Like Brian.
Yeah.
And all those things. I don't know. I
feel like there's just like an algorithm making these days.
I mean, people catch on to templates a lot quicker. Like, they see a good template and then they're just trying to pump up the weirdest shit as possible.
Kind of used to meme culture and...
Yeah, and most of it is just garbage.
Yeah, that's
like
what I mean.
The whole like forklift stuff. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's something about like being certified. Like, oh, you're rich, but are you certified in like forklift? It doesn't make any sense, but it took off, right? Because there's like normal humans and then there's Redditors. And Redditors just have this whole different universe they tap into, which...
so the most ridiculous, fucked up, hilarious memes come from 4chan, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never visited 4chan.
I have not in like... I think I visited B once just to like... see what was going on. Yeah, 4chan, the B random board. Like I'm not familiar. I checked that out, and I just saw all sorts of fucked up stuff, man. I was just like, yeah, nah.
That's the whole thing. They can post anonymously, right? Like, no one knows who anyone is.
Yeah, and like the only people that like might get anyway. I'm not going to go into that. I saw some pretty fucked up stuff there the one time I went on, and I was just like, know what? I don't think I'm going to go back there. I've checked out /Pol. It's a political sciences. It's all right. And they have like philosophy boards and stuff. So they have some pretty cool stuff on there.
Yeah.
They're pretty sure memes came from there originally. Like memes came from 4chan originally.
It's weird that the term meme was like introduced by I think it's Darwin. No, not Darwin. Was it Dawkins? Fuck, was it? It's like the scientist Richard Dawkins. Fuck, I cannot remember it. Anyway, he introduced this word meme, and it didn't take off until the past 10 years, 20 years.
What did it mean when he introduced it?
We should look this up. Can you Google what meme means? There's actually it's something about sharing information of the past in a new concept kind of thing. Richard Dawkins, I think. Yeah, look up meme.
Did he also like found the course on memes? Or
I don't think
so. Have you seen that?
No.
Dude, there's a university course on memes in America or something like that.
I mean, there's a university course on Reiki healing, so.
Really?
Well, online, but there's
that's
still
not university though.
But you're saying there's an actual university?
Yeah, like you can walk into the fucking place.
What else do they teach?
I'm gonna have to Google this afterwards too. Okay, a meme is an idea, behavior, or style that spreads by means of imitation from person to person within a culture, and often carries symbolic meaning representing a particular phenomenon or theme. Yeah. A meme acts as a unit for carrying cultural ideas, symbols, or practices that can be transmitted from one mind to another through writing, speech, gestures, rituals, or other imitable phenomena within a mimicked theme. That's pretty good.
It's interesting that when you think of the word meme, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
The connotation is ridiculous, but when you read the definition, it's so like profound and deep. And
man, we were starting to do memes for we were starting to do them for, and oh man, I feel so bad laughing at this. We all laughed at it on the meeting. Have you ever heard people pronounce meme a different way, like read it the way that it's spelt?
What? I always read it as meme. Well, would they say mimi?
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
What do you mean?
Sorry,
what do you mean?
Memmy.
Memmy?
Yeah.
That's cute.
It is. It was
adorable.
So cute. Yeah.
Hey, have you seen this Memmy?
Yeah. She's like when we suggested it, she was like, oh, by the way, guys, I saw in the email you wanted to do some memmies, and I just like, oh, that is so funny. It's me, and we kind of explained it, and
wow.
Yeah. She was like, oh, my kids are always talking about them and everything, and
wow.
Yeah,
it's wild because my mom does not understand the concept of a meme.
Like, look, my mom turned around and said Mimi once.
Yeah.
And it's funny because my stuffed animal when I was 1 used to be named Mimi. I think that's why.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Look, he's famous.
It's definitely an our generation thing.
If I would show my mom a meme that has like one of those like picture progressions that it's kind of irrelevant, but because you know the context of the image, you can associate the wording to the meaning that they're trying to she doesn't connect that. Like she doesn't connect that the context is supposed to be connected to the words that are printed, like that are added to it kind of thing.
Right.
And that's so wild because that is really like a thing that we've grown up with.
Yeah.
That it's that referencing. It's like pop culture referencing.
Ironic.
Yeah, it's ironic, but it's like ironic through the zeitgeist, you know? That's what Quentin Tarantino's whole conversation with Joe Rogan, like not whole, but he was talking about how when parents would deprive their kids of sitting in front of the television when they're young, that means they grow up and then they have nothing to like, they don't have these fond memories of the popular TV shows back then that interconnect all these people from that generation. You know, so that's the argument on like why you shouldn't be so strict and letting kids watch, like spend time at the television, spend time online, because what they're seeing then will be a means of connection that they'll use once they're older to like connect with other adults.
Right. See, that's like when everyone asks me about, say, Family Guy, South Park, Simpsons. My parents banned me from watching that stuff when I was maybe 15, 16. Yeah. We got the Simpsons. You know what I mean? But I used to have to sneak over to Aaron Gray's house to watch South Park, and barely ever watched any Family Guy in my entire life. I get the premise of all of these things. I've seen a couple episodes of all of them, but growing up, I never watched the entire series. I wasn't waiting for the next episode to come out, so I'm not caught up with what everyone's in on. People make references all the time, and I have absolutely no idea what anyone's talking about. Exactly. Very rarely. Like, I remember, like, Cartman, like, Tree Fitty, or Carl's mom's a big fat bitch. Like, I remember a couple things, but only, like, the Hallmark ones, not the minuscule references in between.
For Family Guy, it's like the whip. Cool whip. Like, why are you pronouncing it like that, Stewie? What do you mean? What am I pronouncing? Whip. Say whip. Whip. I say cool. Cool. I say cool whip.
Wait,
cool whip.
Is that,
cool whip. That's Family Guy.
Is that what, what's that movie with, the stunt guy? Why am I pronouncing what weird?
Yeah, that's from Family Guy.
No. Is it mimicking Family Guy?
When was the movie? I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness, that movie. It's like a Stuntman movie.
When was it released?
This would have been like 20. This is a long time ago. 20 years ago. Like.
Well, that episode was a while ago as well.
I'm wondering what one imitated what.
But yeah, maybe. Well,
it was the. Do you remember the My Name's Rod and I Like to Party? That movie? No, I Like to Party. No, I Like to Party.
No, I don't.
So I want to say like Daredevil or one second.
It wasn't Hot Rod, was it?
Yeah, Hot Rod.
Yeah. With the guy from the Lonely Island.
You remember when he's saying, "Why am I pronouncing what weird?" When he's about to go down the. Okay. What came first, Family Guy or Hot Rod?
I think that must have been like 2003.
We're talking close to 20 years ago, man.
Fuck. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I reckon Hot Rod must have taken Family Guy.
Yeah, that's possible.
Hot Rod's more of a spoof than anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They do make a lot of like referencing, and see, that's the fucking cool thing that back then you didn't have the internet, so like all the references you get was actually from the common TV shows and movies that came on, but they came on television. You know, you don't really have a choice; you just watch what comes on. So like you get these like golden scenes, like when fucking in Pulp Fiction when Jules is talking to Vince to Vincent in the car about like.
The Royale.
Yeah, Royale with cheese and shit like that. Like, everyone gets that reference, man.
Here it's called a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah.
France, you know what it's called? Royale with cheese.
Yeah, I mean, it's so super iconic. But also, I don't know how is that going to be lost in the next generation? Because, look, with the amount of the access that we have to the internet, right? We have so many unknown musicians can be famous to such a niche group of people that not even like all listen to them.
Even the famous ones, you look on Netflix and there's a new TV series that comes out every fucking day. It's not just Neighbours or Home and Away anymore.
So what are we going to reference? Well, what is like the future zeitgeist that the kids these days will look back upon and they'll collectively I'm guessing it's going to be like social media reels and TikToks and shit. I don't know.
Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park.
Yeah, possibly.
All these classics.
Yeah, possibly.
What are some that are still alive on Netflix that were around before Netflix?
Oh, you mean like reruns?
No. Like, what are some shows that have been around since before Netflix started?
Oh, they got taken on and are still
producing new episodes. Now, those are probably going to be the ones that have stuck with this generation for the longest.
I don't think
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, I reckon, would be one.
But they were before Netflix. Yeah.
I reckon Rick and Morty will be one.
Yeah. I can't think of, because like where were you going to find them before? They would have to be like on common television.
Was the Blacklist before Netflix? Because that's into season 8 now. A season a year, 8 years. How long ago did Netflix kick off?
Dude, you're so right. Rick and Morty, man.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch, I'm in. Like,
I'm Pickle Rick!
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Like, we definitely need those homages to the past.
100%.
And, like, that's what I really like about these references, because through Family Guy, I discovered like old big band music. Through like Supernatural and the writers like writing these two brothers as like loving rock music, I discovered all these different like rock bands and all that culture that was way before my time.
Right.
And that's so fucking important.
It is.
And it's just like a matter of up to like the future filmmakers to keep including these. Dude, there was this like one movie, you know, there's like classic Netflix movies. It's like a mid to late teenager, and they want to be a rapper, and they got their friends, and they go and have to overcome this problem to like find this producer, or like they're stuck with drugs by accident or some shit like that, but they want to like do their rapping career. Anyway. Cheers, man. Yeah, so it's those classic movies, and then nice.
Just got a glass left.
Yeah, so there's those classic movies. And then on the train ride in one scene, don't remember which one it was. And then like this old dude like sweeping the train, and then he has this guy raps like, "Oh, you young kids, you don't know what you're rapping about. Like, you don't know old school." And then this kid started.
What movie is this? It sounds sick.
And then this kid started busting out like Rakim and started like doing that shit. And it's like, oh man, that's sick.
Is this a movie?
That is a movie.
What is it?
I'll have to find it.
Surely
it was
it
on
is
Netflix a while back. Yeah, what happened to Eminem's acting career? I think it was great in 8 Mile. I think it was really good.
Yeah, that's because he actually lived it, so he could like embody it more.
He was going to do like a boxing movie.
He did.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It was called. No, he didn't get it. He didn't like. He did the whole soundtrack for it. That's what happened.
I thought he actually was going to act in it.
No. He did the full soundtrack for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was so the way that movie actually worked, I can't remember the name of it. But the way that it worked, it was a metaphor for Eminem's life, but in boxing. So boxing was a metaphor for Eminem's life, and he did the soundtrack of it. And he was going to act in it, but it seemed out of place. So apparently that was a metaphor for his life, but the boxing was the metaphor. And that is actually a really good movie too.
Well, do you know what it was?
I watched it. I'm trying to remember
It wasn't fuck. I don't know what it's called.
This is a quick
Eminem's boxing movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't Cinderella Man, but Cinderella Man was, I believe, a
Southpaw.
Oh, Southpaw. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So he did.
That wasn't Michael B. Jordan, was it? No. He did the Rocky movie.
Who did that? That was.
Who did Southpaw?
Kurt Sutter screenplay. No, that's screenplay.
Just go IMDb. What are you on? Are you on Wikipedia?
I am on Wikipedia. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Forrest Whitaker, 50 Cent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
And
yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
Distributed by the Weinstein Company. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they did a lot of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like Pulp Fiction was Weinstein. Miramax. Anything Miramax is Weinstein, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was weird when Quentin Tarantino, because he was really close with Harvey Weinstein. Oh, Jesus. He was really close with Harvey Weinstein because he was like the first film producer to take him on. And he even like said that like, yeah, he was kind of like a father figure to me. And when he was talking about like
the dad that touched him. No.
Yo, who's gonna touch Quentin Tarantino? No, and when Joe Rogan like asked him about it, he's like, yeah, well, look, we kind of thought it was like he phrased it as the boss chasing the secretary around the room, like just being like a bit handsy, like, you know, it was the fucking
like
80s,
everyone was
90s.
in on the joke.
Yeah. So he didn't think more than that, but like every single actor and person knew Harvey Weinstein heard the stories that something might be going on.
Right.
But no one actually knew that there was like rape
serious
involved.
Shit going on. Yeah.
But
Dude, how about Bill Bill Cosby.
Yeah, he got out.
What the fuck?
On a technicality.
What the fuck?
On a technicality.
What the fuck? Dude, this justice system is fucking broken.
Well, yes and no, I suppose. Yes and no, because like apparently he pleaded. So,
he pleaded guilty. Like the reason he got
guilty
under duress or something like that.
Well, see, he had like a hearing a long time ago, and then they had some kind of deal that like if he agrees to the terms, then this matter cannot be retrialed again, which it was, and yeah, so he got out. Yeah. Crazy. So crazy.
I'm
yeah.
blown away, man. Like we said free Britney, not fucking Cosby.
Yeah.
We said like...
What is the thing with Britney?
Oh, dude. So apparently what's happening with the whole Britney thing is, what's it called? A conservatorship or something like that? 1 sec. I'm going to Google this right now too.
Wildlife conservation?
No.
What do you mean?
1 sec. I'll explain it when I get the terminology right. Yeah, conservatorship. So, what's happened is after Britney's meltdown back in the day, the court granted her father full control over her decisions and assets.
Okay.
And he still has
wow.
He still has total control over she's not even allowed to get like the birth control removed and stuff like that. Like
what?
She's not even allowed to have kids legally because of this. Like she cannot make her own decisions as an adult.
How does that work? Does she have like a mental problem or something? Where like
that's what the breakdown was labeled as, and that like her father, her family used that as leverage to get full control over her wealth, so that they could spend it on themselves and live the life of luxury. And they had her taking pills and just like telling her she was crazy for the last however many fucking years. And now Britney wants to have kids. She just wants to have a family, you know? And her dad's taken it to court. And now there's this whole court case over Britney's freedom. And it's come out that she has no control over anything. Her finances, having kids, getting married. Like, she cannot do anything without permission from her father. She's a fucking fully grown female. Like anyone else in that situation just gets left to their own accord. If they fuck up, they fuck up, and everyone can laugh at them, and they'll pay for their decisions, and then 10 years later they'll make another hit album and it's all a laugh. Like, you know, like look at Miley Cyrus. Imagine if Miley Cyrus...
Oh boy.
Yeah. Imagine if Billy Ray Cyrus demanded full control over Miley Cyrus assets while she was having a breakdown.
I don't think she would be alive. Like right now, I don't think she would be alive.
No.
I think, because like she has gone through some crazy shit, and she's got like mentally and like drug related. If that was the case, if like she had that situation, I don't think she would. It's fucking wild.
So that's that's what the Britney thing's about, and like Kim Kardashian's stepping up now and turning around, saying that Kim Kardashian's going to go to court for her. Like gonna. Dude, it's 2021. Bro, it's 2021. Fucking stop laughing. Females can be lawyers too. No.
That's savage. Kim Kardashian is a lawyer. Well, she did like pardon all those like
she's been
prisoners,
pardoning all the people on death row and stuff like that.
Damn, yeah.
Dead set. She has made a massive impact. She worked with Donald Trump to free people who weren't meant to be in prison. Isn't that fucking hilarious?
That happened.
The biggest human rights movement in America in the last like 10 years.
Where are you heading with this?
Came from Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian.
No.
Like freeing people on death row who weren't meant to be there.
People have been pardoned fucking for years, man. That's what presidents can do.
Yeah, they've been pardoned.
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's a thing that you do. I mean, it's great that she is a celebrity and she spoke up for certain people that shone the light on them and really like got them to be pardoned. That's fantastic.
Although I do think that Trump probably pardoned heaps of people to piss people off, so... Yeah,
well, see, that was the whole thing. That was the whole whole weirdness with Trump. It's like, if he's anti-establishment, why didn't he pardon Julian Assange? Why did he pardon Edward Snowden? Why didn't he do all of that?
Because he's a patriot as well. And no. Here's a like.
Are you saying that Julian Assange and Edward Snowden aren't patriotic?
They're patriotic to the cause of freedom of speech and freedom of information.
They're patriotic to the people.
They're not patriotic to their country. So patriotic to their country is different to being. It really depends, man. It depends on the context you want to look at it in. Because some people agree that some things should be classified and some things should be to the public.
So you think the American people would be better off if they didn't know that they've been spied on by the government constantly?
I definitely think America would be in a better position right now if they trusted their government more.
Yeah, but like,
I believe Julian Assange and Bradley Manning did the right thing.
Yeah,
I believe in freedom of information, but I also think that America would be in a much better situation if that shit didn't happen.
Really though? Or would that power just go to their head and they would just keep pushing the envelope until it just gone too far?
Maybe. If they were so to do that anyway.
Well, yeah, but at least now the people know that.
They're aware.
Yeah, they're aware. Yeah. Exactly. So I think, it's that whole thing. It's like knowing something,
and versus ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, do you want the horrible truth or ignorance is bliss? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, see, if you were in the Matrix, right? You've seen the Matrix? Yeah. You know I think it was Cypher, the bald dude who was on the machine side because they said they'll put him back into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Would you be rather outside the Matrix or in the Matrix?
Outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living like a bum instead of like in the world of luxury in the Matrix.
Yeah. I'd find a way to live in luxury as a bum. That's what I do. Okay. That's my MO, motherfucker.
Okay, fair enough. Dude, The Matrix was one of those other films. Well, one of us the most replicated zeitgeist, like periodical piece in human history of film that really spanned across like all generations. Like that was one of those films that like that scene where he's like flying back in the bullets. That was so revolutionary. So many shows did rip-offs of that. There's so many references to it. It's fucking insane. Like,
dude, there needs to be more memes of dodging bullets. Like there needs to be like you got fucking what's his name? It's like
Neo
bending backwards, dodging the bullets, and the bullets have to have labels on.
It's
like toxic relationships, conspiracy theories, all these things that we're all dodging, and it's just like living a centered life. Like. Is me.
Yeah. How did that not become ever a meme?
Well, like it's about to.
Okay, well, there we go. You heard it here, guys. You heard it here first.
Yeah, we're here.
That's that is a good point. That is a very good point. But fuck, what a crazy. And the new Matrix movie is coming out. So
what?
Yeah, you didn't know?
No.
Yeah, they're making Matrix 4.
Woo.
I mean, like, knowing the history of, like, how movies get fucked up when they get revived from the dead.
Yeah.
But also...
But it's the Matrix.
But, also, like...
It's the Wachowski brothers?
The Wachowskis.
Wachowskis, yeah.
I think one transitioned, and then the other one transitioned after them, and then they might be non-binary by now,
Jesus,
who knows?
Fuck. No, they're the Wachowski brothers.
Then anyway. But, like, a lot of people, majority of Matrix fans will argue that the second and third were pretty fucking ridiculous. But a lot of it, like in filmmaking, it was very revolutionary how they used CGI in those films. But then the ideas that they dove into were super, super intense, like super deep. And some of the scenes were kind of like, So the question begs is like, are they going to redeem themselves with the fourth Matrix?
I don't know. I think they've gone as deep as they can, and now they're going to be like pulling backwards and making it more surface level.
Possible.
So I feel like it'll be more of man versus the Matrix and the real world now.
Okay.
So the Matrix 3 ended seeing all of the people in the fucking just like factories of people in the Matrix.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where the Matrix 4 would start in the real world, like in the actual real world, and maybe they'll be trying to actually break people out of the Matrix.
All right. What if Matrix 4, I assume it's obviously going to be like far in the future because of like characters aging and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be more like centrical. What if it's like machines and mankind living together in the real world and they like go from there? Because in the ending of the third one, Neo went to the machine city and he got plugged into like the main thing, and that's how he defeated Agent Smith, because Agent Smith was the virus in the machine world who tried to eradicate humans. So they kind of like ended it by destroying the virus that was harming both the human and the machine.
Oh.
Yeah. So one movie I think we should definitely watch and then do.
Was the virus consciousness in the machine? I think that could be a good plot line.
I think an aspect of consciousness for sure.
Yeah,
yeah. Because, you know, like the Oracle, that was like a machine code. That was like a real person. That was the Oracle, and then like this Asian dude who was something else. But they're like these programs in the Matrix that helped out Neo and something, and like other people. Anyway, I think we should watch. There's actually a movie called The Animatrix. The Animatrix was still written by the Wachowskis.
I feel like we watched that back in the day.
No, I never watched it. No. It's a prequel to The Matrix.
Yeah. I remember you. I swear to God.
We've talked about this before. We've never watched it.
I remember us watching it, man. One of the days back at the old place in Carrara, back when we were doing crazy shit.
We watched Waking Life.
Waking Life was one of them.
Yeah. I don't think we watched Animatrix.
And we've also watched... No, I swear to God we spent a night watching that.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, definitely watch the Animatrix. Is that
a prequel?
Yeah,
it's a prequel.
They basically set up... They basically explain how the glitches in the Matrix happened, how certain people discover that they can push their body beyond the programming of the Matrix and become these like record holders and all these people.
Okay, no, maybe we didn't watch it. Maybe we've spoken about it.
And then they explain how the machines started and how they served humanity, and then how humanity tried to kill them and what happened there. Dude, they dived. Oh, it's such a wild, it's a wild storyline. Definitely recommend it. And I was going to say something else. I was thinking we should do a podcast where we take like the most asked questions and misconceptions and like theories on and ideas about like LSD, psychedelics, and then just do like a dedicated episode to it and like our experiences with it, what we think and all that stuff. I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be cool.
But then
sorry, Mom and Dad.
but like we should do that on the Albert Hoffman Day. But that's already
Bicycle
passed.
Day.
Bicycle
and we should
Day.
Drop that acid I have hit. I'm just fucking around, guys.
Bicycle Day. But I'm pretty sure that's like early April. So we have to wait until next year.
Wait till next year, yeah.
So yeah, I thought that would be like a really, really cool idea.
That's fine. That'll be like 2 years since I've last tripped. So that's a good leeway.
It's been a long
time.
time.
Yeah.
Was Vietnam 2 years ago?
For you, Vietnam might have been the last time.
When was Vietnam? That was 3 years ago, I guess. Yeah.
It was my 21st birthday, which was 3 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
That seems like that feels like longer.
Yeah, it does feel like longer.
Yeah, it feels like...
I
feel like when I think Vietnam... Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
See, that's it. I know. I feel like the people that complain about how fast life, years go past, are the ones that aren't doing the right thing to kind of like be in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, because
they aren't taking advantage of what's in front of them.
Yeah, when people say like, it's already June, July, half year gone. I'm like, yeah, fuck, it's been a full-on fucking year so far. It's going to get even more full-on.
I thought it was September, but thank God.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Fuck, we didn't even talk about artificial intelligence. I want to get into that conversation, but we're already 53 minutes in, so we can basically wrap it up now. But we'll save it till next time.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because that's a big topic to explore. But
this is unfair. I'm going to have to do some research because you did a whole assignment on it.
Yeah. No, but
I only have like base level theories. I haven't walked into the paradoxes of it yet.
But see, the most fun thing about artificial intelligence is assuming where it's heading.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what we have right now is basically super. It's the algorithm is literally if then, if not then that. Like that's literally that's how how simple
basically
artificial intelligence
a good script. That's what like when I used to code in PHP, that's what we used to do. Is like if this then that. Like,
see, obviously there's like deep calculation on how the artificial intelligence interprets the data.
You need script within scripts.
Yeah. But like the most basic explanation of artificial intelligence is like if this then that, if not then this.
Yeah. Make an intelligent decision.
And talk about quantum computing and all that shit. Fuck. All right. We'll see you for next time.
Cheers. I just want to stop this for a moment and say rest in peace to Zachary Yo-Yo Morecambe. Tragically, the life ended this week. And yeah, very sad day for everyone. If anyone ever needs to talk, call the mental health hotlines or just swing us a message.
Talk to your friends, talk to your family members. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, it hurts everyone so much more when
Yeah. All right, well.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening, guys.
See you next week.